What's up, everybody? Welcome to our new series, Road to E3. We just want to go ahead and get our plugs out of the way, so sit back. You can follow us on Twitter at Game Treehouse. You can follow Nick at Catastrophic. You can follow Walt at Retlaw Yellowb. And you can follow me, Spencer, at Storms Trooper with a Z in the middle. And you can also follow our special Road to E3 page at The Road to E3, with the 2 being the number 2. And if you have any questions or you want to send us your predictions, email us at admin@gamingtreehouse.com. Or if you want to be a part of the conversation on Twitter, you can use the hashtag RoadToE3, and that is with the number 2. Alright, enjoy the show, guys. Thanks.
What's up, everybody? I'm Nick Cato.
Walter Bowley.
And I'm Spencer Breland.
And welcome to week 2 of the Road to E3 podcast
Welcome
coverage.
to Weed E3.
What?
Weed 3, baby. Weed
From
3.
last year.
Let's go.
What?
Weed 3. Remember
Y'all
whenever
remember that?
Zac Efron and everyone, and Snoop,
Dog.
the Cotton Box, the Battlefield 1 thing?
Yeah. Welcome to
There was,
EA's
you could see
week.
the crowd,
of
like
E3.
the cloud of fucking weed. Weed 3, baby. Talking about E3.
For
Talking about
EA.
EA E3.
EA E3.
EA.
God, there's too many E's.
Yeah,
Jesus
a lot of
Christ.
E's.
All right.
EA's E3 2017 E3 press conference brought to you by Ellen Jones.
So, while I'm just going to glance over what you just said right there. So, just like last week, we're going to go through what sort of happened last year,
Yep.
what they need to not do, what they need to do, and a few predictions.
Yep.
So, we could talk about what they did last year, which I think wasn't terrible.
It was
I
okay.
mean,
It was a very EA conference.
they
Yeah.
had
It
the
really-
they had the usual sports montage. They
Yep.
had 2 separate conferences in 2 different places.
Yeah, one in
EA
London,
play
one.
everywhere,
fucking
play
odd.
anywhere.
They talked about some cool little indie games. One of them looked awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And they talked about a bunch of Star Wars stuff.
Yeah,
Which
like
got
3
me
different
very
games.
excited. KOTOR.
Oh,
Sorry.
no.
Stop.
I just burped. I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
It will
Burps.
not be called
Burps of
KOTOR.
Disgusting nonsense.
So, yeah, I don't know. So, I thought it was like 56 minutes. Cool with me.
Yeah.
Hit the time frame.
It was
needs to be.
okay. Just it was a lot of talking on the stage. It
Yes.
was a lot.
Yeah,
Not
a lot
that
of
much
talking,
gameplay.
Not quite Ubisoft level, but
No.
they also, it seems like they're afraid to let the game sell itself.
Which
Oh, they're
it
talking about
was
Mass Effect a
better
little
than the
bit.
previous year. The previous year they showed like just developer commentaries and like no actual
Yes.
gameplay footage,
What
which
I'm
Right.
sucked.
what I'm hoping is last year's talking turns into this year's games,
Yes.
which is something
As-
that could happen with Star Wars a lot.
Which I was telling y'all before we recorded, EA's already laid everything out for this year, last year. I mean, if you watched last year's press conference, you pretty much know what's going to happen this year. Hopefully.
Okay. Well, I will say about their conference last year, I don't care for the sports games. I understand it's their moneymaker, so I understand they got it to vote stage time.
They'll have some pro person on
Right.
stage showing it all.
I will say that the FIFA story mode was at least well presented.
I liked it.
Like it looked.
I liked it. I'm not a soccer guy at all.
Right. So it looked interesting enough that I was like, man, they actually looks like instead of every other story mode they have, they actually put effort into a career mode for
Yeah.
FIFA.
Which I can get into one of my things I wrote down as to what they need to do this year. Which, with the sports montage, they need to show us why these sports games actually matter, show differences, and they need to show the same love that they gave to FIFA, the story
Yes.
mode, with every other. Can you imagine if they did that with, like, Madden and UFC and all
Yeah.
all the other sports
I
games,
would especially be
NHL?
interested in a UFC one.
That would be
That
cool.
would be very interesting.
That would
So
be
they just need to
awesome
show love
if
to
they
the
could bring
sports
back
games.
NCAA football.
That would be cool. That would
Yeah,
be a big
but
thing.
they,
Yeah.
they don't want to open. They don't want to.
But that would be a huge announcement if they could somehow
Maybe
pull that
use the
off.
likeness of several hundred
Yeah.
adults and without their permission.
Yeah, basically.
One can
So,
dream.
No.
So that's what it needs to do. So, to me anyway, I didn't think the conference was that bad. I just think they just need less talking, more
Yeah, actual.
trailers and stuff.
Which I think they were early in development on their games last year, so there wasn't much to show.
Yes.
But hopefully this year they can show it all.
Yeah. I think what they really, definitely, most certainly need to do is let everyone know that Star Wars is in good hands.
Yes.
They did
Right.
last year. That's what they were
Well,
doing.
I mean, we saw a guy walk through a door into a desert town.
No, they said, hey, Amy Hennig's making this game. I said, all right, sounds good.
And then Respawn Entertainment's making a Star Wars game.
But like last time, we got the guy walking through the door, which honestly, rewatching it, looks like fucking Jeddah from Rogue One. Like, at first I was thinking, oh, it's Mos Eisley on Tatooine. But when he walked through, it looked a lot like Jeddah, for anyone who didn't watch Rogue One.
That'd be cool.
They just need to show us all, it's like, here's a little piece of that, here's a little piece of this, or at the very least what we can expect. Respawn is doing this. Visceral is making that, Boba Fett's not getting a game. Anything like that.
He's getting a movie.
I think this whole press conference will be centered around Star Wars. That's just my guess.
That's not a bad strategy.
It's not.
If you got Star Wars, use it.
You're going to have the pillar of Star Wars and sports. The two unstoppable pillars.
That's true. And then they'll just combine them.
Oh, God. Star Wars soccer.
God, no.
Star Wars baseball.
Or just some sport that exists in the Star Wars canon.
Yeah.
Pod racing?
Oh, my God. That would be amazing if they could do that. I'd actually enjoy it. I love the N64 version.
Hear that, Nick? You would love to have a pod racing.
I would.
Seboba!
It's basically Mario Kart and Star Wars universe.
Completely off. Well, it's not completely off topic, but we were doing. I was doing trivia at the bar on Thursday because it was May the 4th.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of British people there.
Oh God.
It was odd. And one of the questions was, who was Anakin Skywalker's biggest competition in the pod race? Answer, Sebulba.
Yeah.
But after the end, the guy goes up, the British guy's like, I thought excuse my horrible British accent, he's like, I thought my answer was perfectly fine. And he's like, what'd you put? He's like, fucking ugly alien bastard. He's like, he's like, that's what he is, right? And everyone's like, yeah, it is. Yeah.
That's a pretty under the radar question. It's like, how many people remember Sebulba?
Everyone.
Yeah.
Jar Jar Binks. All right, so getting into predictions, right? No.
Well, I mean that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't
What
know.
else do?
I think what they need to do is, I'm still a little worried about Battlefront 2. I want them to make me not worried about Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Like, I want Spencer. Did you play the old Battlefronts?
Yes.
I want that space combat, landing in the freighter, attacking the ship's core. Like, show me that Battlefront's like, okay, guys, we get it. Battlefront 1 was kind of hollow. Sorry about that. Here's Darth Maul. I mean, I want...
Here's characters from everything.
Yeah, here's Darth Maul. Here's Anakin.
Kylo, Rey, all those guys.
Kylo, Rey, all them dudes.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot in this game, I think.
Hopefully. I hope. I'd like to play as Anakin and hear all the lines.
Oh, God. No.
I disagree.
I could see it. You get on Tatooine, each somebody's like, I hate sand.
It's coarse and rough. Gets every... Or if you're on the space battles, this is where the fun begins. And Nick, that's one I can picture making it in
I can see that, yes.
Like, if this is where the fun begins.
God. All right, I can't fucking talk about this anymore. I'm going to start
Nick,
fucking reading
but
out.
I will literally play him all the time just so I can go.
Yes.
This is where the fun begins.
Some other things they need to do. The big thing they need to do, which I know it's the press conference, so they can't do it, but it has to happen. They need to discuss Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yes.
They need to discuss how they're fixing it and what's
honestly,
going on with
And then maybe
I don't give a
DLC
fuck.
plans.
I beat the goddamn game.
I know
Like,
you don't care.
I beat it.
Yeah.
I'm a real Mass Effect fan.
See, but
and I
you would
beat
go back
and
to
it's-
it there at least like an expansion to it, huh?
Yes. Well, see, here's the thing. My character is there's post game in Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah.
You beat the game and then you can still explore the galaxy. So I'm ready for that expansion. Launch it. I'll jump right back in. My character's really high leveled. I can take on anything you throw at me. So I'm good. I don't want to replay it again because I like where my choices are. So I don't want to do New Game Plus with my guy and then make different choices and end up with a shittier situation.
Yeah.
So I like where I'm at. So I don't want to do that. But you're saying they need to talk about how they're going to fix it?
Yeah. They say they're still working on patches stuff. I saw just like on
Yeah.
Twitter the other day. So
announce all that
They
stuff.
made some quality of life stuff. Like the inventory, when I maxed out my inventory, it had a total of 80 slots.
yeah.
I know they're making 200 slots.
They already did.
Yeah.
They patched it over, and now my inventory has 200 slots.
Holy cow.
So, great. That was cool. I mean, I'd already beat the game when it came out.
My whole thing with it, I said this month, like the next 3 months, and going into the backlog of games, I am a huge Mass Effect fan. I played like 5-6 hours of the game, maybe more. I beat that desert planet thing. That's the one where I'm like, I just don't have any drive to go back to it. And I should.
And that's how I am. Like, I put a few hours. I didn't beat that planet yet, but I was on it like midway through it, and I just don't have. I find no reason to go back to it. I'm not like.
It doesn't feel like the other Mass Effects.
They could fix some quality of life things, but that's all they'll be. Like the biggest issues.
I'm not saying they're going to change the game,
like,
but
okay, yes, the facial animations were wonky and occasionally hilarious, but
well, I'm just saying, address it.
Like the eye thing, like cool, but honestly, the game doesn't get any better for me because. Of the eye.
I'm just saying, just be honest with what, address the issues,
and when they do that. I don't know. Maybe they could find a way to reward the dumbasses who went ahead and played it.
Yep.
It's like, you guys, you the real MVPs. Here's $50.
what?
Probably not.
Not that.
Let's refund almost your purchase.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
great.
This conference, obviously, as you could tell from last week's, doesn't have as much baggage as Ubisoft.
No.
So it's maybe a little shorter. Who knows?
We'll see. We're gonna get.
We try to get in that 20-minute mark.
Yeah, we'll get into predictions.
We're getting into predictions now. I'll start out with my prediction. Mm-hmm. Last year,
Keep
I was
it one. You got a little crazy last time. You started railing.
Got bold when I said that KOTOR 3 was going to be announced, but this time it's going down. KOTOR remaster, a remaster of
I don't see that happening either.
Game.
You want me to get even bolder about that?
Now,
oh my god! Sure. Is that your prediction?
No, but the only way I could see it happening is if Microsoft this year
KOTOR 3
announces
next year. You're right.
Xbox Originals and just brings it backwards compatible to the systems.
I don't want that.
But that's how I could see it happening. I don't see it getting
I could play it on my
but
fucking
that's
phone.
not what he's saying.
Yeah,
I'm talking
but I'm saying
remaster. Good graphics. What up?
Well, better graphics.
And you know what that's
going
to do?
Final Fantasy VII remake.
You know what that's doing?
Because it'll never come out.
Because another prediction, they're doing the
told you to
KOTOR.
do one at a
Okay,
time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry because it's all KOTOR. I'm so excited for KOTOR.
So, Spencer?
Oh, okay.
All
right.
Get yours.
I want to update on the EA Original program. Like with the indies, they announced Speed, I think, last year.
Which
and
was fucking awesome.
And before that, they had Unravel.
Yeah, didn't see anything else about it. Like, I figured it would be released by now, so hopefully we'll get an update this year on it.
Hopefully a release date. That was one of my things I put.
My prediction, it's a little light. My first prediction is a little light. I do think we'll be getting a story expansion to Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, I agree.
They'll tease it with, like, here's what's coming to multiplayer, which, like, who cares? But, like, here's... And then Mass Effect... The hunt for the blankety blank, because I know what it's going to be. But the hunt for the blankety blank is going to be the story DLC. I don't want to spoil it for everybody.
Yeah.
I'll spoil it for you after the podcast.
Jeez, thanks, Walt.
But it'll be some kind of story expansion. And within the expansion, I predict they will say, also, your problems with Mass Effect will be addressed in this expansion. So instead of being a separate thing, here's our problems, it'll just be like all packaged in one. So it's still like, we're the shit. This will fix it.
So, that's good. Pay to fix the problem.
Exactly. No, this is EA.
Yeah,
Remember who you're talking to.
Yes.
Recognize.
All right, Nick, I know you're excited.
When they had the Star Wars, here are all the developers making Star Wars games. There are like 6 of them up there.
Yeah.
To couple with my KOTOR remaster, which is the long shot of long shots, I am going... some form of KOTOR-esque game remake.
See, but wasn't the rumor that they started remastering or rebooting KOTOR, and now it's just became its own game? Like, it's not...
That's what I heard.
So, are they allergic to making Star Wars money then? Is that what you're saying?
So, what
no,
I'm saying
it's going to be a
is,
Star Wars name, but it's not
may
like
not-
KOTOR.
it may not be called KOTOR, but it's going
But
to be
it's pretty
some
much
form
going
of
to be,
KOTOR
yeah.
reboot. But it
Spiritual
plays like
successor.
KOTOR.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I'm getting on board with that.
So it plays like Dragon Age.
Yeah.
KOTOR plays.
Yeah, just with Star Wars skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little more turn-based. Not.
The
I
drag.
don't want to click X to attack. That's not what KOTOR does.
Isn't that
Oh,
what?
okay. I can't
KOTOR
remember if
did?
they did that in Inquisition.
No, KOTOR, you have your attack, and you have your attack buttons, and you like click A to do it.
You had like your power wheel with cooldowns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no attack was a button.
Yeah, you
not
just
like
hit attack
X.
the same, you go... Boom, boom, boom.
And you just leave it on there, and if you're not using any buttons, he just attacks.
I don't remember if Inquisition did that.
No, Inquisition, you had to actually attack.
But you also had powers
Yes.
that had cooldowns.
So that was my other prediction.
Okay, Spenstar?
We'll get. I think hopefully that Star Wars game from Visceral that we saw last year.
Yes, maybe
I'm
have it,
hoping we get a release date because it is supposed to be 2018. At least say like spring 2018. Just like
That would
give
be
us
cool.
like
release window.
Well, with that, then, do you think they'll show a gameplay trailer then?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I think either gameplay trailer or like a short little demo,
Or
like they did with
cinematic
Mass Effect.
in-game kind
Yep.
of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. My prediction, this one is fairly light. It's not that big of a deal. But I think that we're going to get like a really, really expansive look at the Star Wars Battlefront 2 story mode.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm hoping it's like, oh, that was just one character we're going to focus on. And we'll get a War Stories vibe. I hope.
Yeah.
Because
That would be
I
cool,
think
but
that's
I
the
doubt
way
it.
to tell the Star Wars stories. Like,
Yeah, I think it is too.
And bouncing off that Star Wars Battlefront, do you think they'll do like a multiplayer stream like they did for Battlefield 1 last year after?
Nope.
No?
I think they learned
when's
their
it due
lesson.
for release?
What?
I'm just saying.
When's the release?
Battlefront 2 due for release, do we know?
It's like October,
November.
November.
Then
Something.
yes, I believe so.
I hope they don't. I think they learned their lesson last year
What are you talking about?
when
They
they
got a ton
the
of
whole
coverage.
thing got
Yeah.
hotboxed.
So they got a ton
Yeah.
of coverage.
Yeah, they
Yes.
got a lot of coverage on
maybe.
that.
Maybe.
No one got arrested, so it's not like it's bad publicity.
Yeah.
I guess
So
to keep rolling with the
Yeah.
Star Wars stuff. I think Respawn's Star Wars game will get
good
officially
update on it.
unveiled.
Yeah.
Now, my question to you, Nick, is on this Star Wars game for Respawn, is it really smart for them to have two online multiplayer FPS Star Wars games hitting the market?
We don't know if this is going to be a.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Respawn, Titanfall. That's what you think of, but who knows?
Maybe it's like AT-AT Fall? Like,
Maybe hit all. I just want them to hit all the bubbles we need with Star Wars. We need the art. They have the MMO. Bring the RPG back. Bring the story action game with Visceral, like an Uncharted Star Wars. Maybe bring back 14. What was it 1440, 1414,
13,
13. That
13.
was it.
But that was,
Because it was
yeah,
going
that's
to be
not
about Boba
coming.
Fett. It was going to be about Boba Fett. Fucking make that game. Even your dog wants that game.
Yeah, my dog totally wants that game.
Yes. That's right, dog. Get in there.
I guess if we've got,
That's the Star Wars named dog, too, by the way.
assuming the RPG Star Wars is happening,
It is.
quotes,
Just wait.
assuming,
No, just wait. I
we
will.
got the Battlefront 2 for multiplayer, Viscerals for your cinematic story action game. I guess Respawn, that would leave like a Jedi Academy-like game.
That would be cool.
You know, something like a melee action adventure kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like Force Unleashed, but good. Something like that.
Why can't I
Maybe.
play as the evil guy?
What?
Why can't I play as the evil guy?
They
Just like,
always lose.
I just.
What?
I just want. All I want is a Star Wars game to check off all the boxes of games.
Mhm.
You know, I'm good.
So
all I
then,
want.
what we need then is that.
KOTOR 3.
What was
It's
that?
fine.
Did you ever play on original Xbox this fighting game Star Wars, where like it was like a 3D?
Yes.
What game was that? What am I thinking?
Episode 3.
Really?
The
That was
game. Yes.
Revenge of the Sith.
Really
yeah.
bad. It's really
I remember
bad.
playing it.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah,
what
that
was
was,
that
yeah, that
game?
now I remember. Yeah, that's weird. I
I
hadn't
remember
thought
playing
about
as
that
Anakin
game.
I played Anakin versus Vader. And I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
Alternate timeline.
I don't know what it is, but I'll go another. I don't know if it's bold or anything. I also think they'll announce a new IP.
For Star Wars?
I think it's it.
No,
Oh,
just a
in
new
general?
IP in general.
I think they'll probably give the stage to another indie developer like they did with Fee and Unravel.
That would be
We'll
cool.
probably get another one. What was that? EA indie
Yeah, originals, what they called it.
originals. Another one of those guys will get the stage and will come out with another really cute presentation about their game, which Fee got or Unravel got.
Yeah.
I've never seen the internet blow up over Unravel like I expected it to. I mean, they freaking love that presentation.
And dare I say, when they in that EA Originals, they will announce their partnership with the Nintendo Switch for a lot of their indie games.
Probably.
Like Fee, for instance.
Like Fee or KOTOR. remastered.
That's not.
Give it to me. I don't care if it's just on PlayStation or Xbox.
I would take the old KOTOR, not
If it's the
like remastered
you
on
can
it.
put on Switch.
Fucking remaster.
On Switch?
I don't care what it's on. As long as it's not just on PC, I'm good.
Well, and for me, this is my last point. You guys, if you got more, please.
Yeah, I got more.
But this isn't a prediction or a need. It's a hope.
Go ahead,
Because
say it.
it's not
Well,
a
we know
prediction.
what
I'm not
it
going to
is.
be dumb enough to make a prediction, and it's
Just
not
do
a
it. It's
need
fun.
because they're in a good place without it.
This will happen every year.
Skate 4! Jesus!
You look like you're about to cry over there.
Just make it!
Well, it's not twitching like over
Just-
there. Like,
I mean, who was that EA asshole, like so many months ago, who tweeted out hashtag Skate 4?
yeah, I remember that.
Has he
They
been
got
drawn
everybody
and
like,
quartered yet? Because if he was lying, has he been drawn and quartered yet? Because
well,
I
he was
hope-
telling the
Yep,
truth,
all
but then
the
he had
fucking
like go back
skateboarders
and
chasing them down on their
oh
boards.
yeah, I'm a skateboarder, nigga. I never touched a skateboard in my goddamn life.
Yeah, you have.
No, I may have touched one. But no, I never wanted to ride one of those things with death traps. But still, like, skate, man, that's the shit. And Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 was terrible.
Jesus.
Terrible.
And you know what? That's their moment to swoop in. I honestly think that is a plausible game to come out. I really do.
I don't feel like it just because the main company that made Skate Great was Black Box, EA published. But Black Box, the company that
Is
made
that
it,
disbanded now?
dissolved.
All right. Well, they can
Yeah.
make that game.
I know.
I have a feeling because that is a market. You know, EA is all about those sports games. That is a
with
market
vacuum.
that's not there.
I mean, you want to talk about dropping every fucking game I'm playing? Drop Overwatch over who? Like, if Skate 4 comes out. Like,
I don't believe you.
over who is what I'm saying. Spencer, we lost your voice a little bit. Nothing.
Uh-oh.
Let me see. Mute something here? No?
Wait, how about
Oh,
All
now?
right, we're back.
Guys,
I had
we're
myself
middle.
muted.
Okay, well, I would too. So, like,
Mute.
but
Listen to
Spencer,
the
you
wall.
heard what I said? Like, if Skate 4 comes out, it's
Yeah.
not Overwatch, it's over who.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm writing
Skate
that
4.
one down. So if it happens, when it comes time,
You won't
I will.
see me. You won't see me on any game but Skate 4 for the foreseeable future. I fired up Skate 3 still. Like, I still will play Skate 3 in bed.
Jesus.
God.
It's so relaxing. It's such a relaxing game for me to play.
I'll pick it up because I'll get it if you buy it. So
Like,
we'll see.
I will.
that's a hope. It's not a prediction, and it's
Just
not a
fucking
need.
do it.
Because
Just predict it, Walt. Where's the courage of your conviction? If you
I
have-
predict Skate 4.
there we go.
We
See,
already
if
got the
you
KOTOR
don't, I'm saying,
remaster, so
if
go ahead.
you don't even have the courage to predict it, why would they even want it? 'Cause
I
they're
predict
these
Skate
guys-
4.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God.
And you know
I'm
what?
talking.
And like I told
2017 release.
Okay.
Oh,
There you
that's
go.
getting
I'm
me
just
involved.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
Reel it in.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Release today.
Oh
dude.
my god. All right.
No.
So
I
just
Build into reality.
real quick, I think we'll see a new Battlefield 1 DLC and then an update on Titanfall 2 with what's to
I
come.
agree.
Mhm.
Wholeheartedly.
And then, like I told you guys before we recorded, you guys will be in Nolans or
Yeah,
Mississippi or
boy.
whatever, watching maybe in a movie theater. Not for
No,
EA.
no,
For
just
PlayStation.
PlayStation.
Okay, so in EA.
We'll be watching right
house.
here for the
Yeah.
yeah.
So I said if Skate 4 gets announced, if you just hear like that skateboard on concrete, rolling sound, just look on the horizon. You'll see like a Majin Vegeta self-destruct explosion.
See the nuclear bomb.
How many of these are you gonna have? How
For
many of
Skate?
these Majin Vegeta
That's
explosions
the
are you gonna
Skate's
have?
the only one. There's no other game.
What
that
other
would
one
get
did you
a
just mention? You're gonna do that.
That EA Skate.
Yeah,
It was
that was
before
right
we
before this
recorded.
podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
No, that's the only game that could get me to do that. I can't think of a single. Okay, if they talk about Elder Scrolls 6, but that's
Not happening.
That's
Man,
another. That's another.
I
podcast.
cannot wait to talk for next week.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about Bethesda.
Woo, boy.
Jesus.
But okay, so that one could get a Majin Vegeta reaction. But
Fuck yes.
otherwise,
Fuck yes.
Skate 4, like
Elder
just look on the
Scrolls 6
horizon,
not
you'll
happening.
see it, and you
No,
might
it's
not
not.
make it.
But those new IPs are woo.
Yeah, yeah.
So this has been our episode 2 of 6 on
Yes,
our road to
week
E3,
2.
Yep.
talking about EA. Next week we are bringing you Bethesda.
Yep. Can't
Nick
wait.
seems a
I'm just
little
doing the
excited to
smell.
talk about Bethesda.
The rock smell. Oh. Give me Todd. That's
These
all I need.
whole
Talking about
next
Bethesda.
4 episodes, I'm really excited about.
Let us know
Me
on
too.
Twitter, #Road to E3, what you guys think about our dumbass predictions.
Yep.
Tell us what your predictions are and what their needs are. We also want to hear their needs because, honestly, what they want to do versus what they will do
It's not what's going to actually happen.
So, let us know. #Road to E3, @Road to E3, @Gaming Treehouse, guys.
Yep.
Keep gaming.
See y'all
See you
next
next
week.
week for it.